Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Rover P6B restoration. It's on the cover, so we're going to get that off and let's see what we're up against. There you go, don't actually look too bad, but let's delve a little deeper because I know there's definitely some rust issues to sort out. Yeah, edges of the decker panel are looking a bit bad. Bottom of that door, not too bad. Driver's door, terrible. Definitely going to need a door bottom on it at minimum. So passenger side seems to have survived a bit better than the driver's side for some reason. That's the last time I think it was on the road, but in my mind I had it a bit later, 2006. Okay, let's lube the locks up and get in it. That's the first time the boot's been open for 4 years. Let's see if the door opens. Yeah, no problem. Back door, yeah. That's definitely worse than the last time I looked at it. I'm expecting the other side to be worse than that. It's just all the carpets I took up during lockdown to have a look at the floor. Right, the dreaded back door D-post. Yeah, that's where all the work is going to be on this, to get it structurally solid again. Okay, sat inside it now for the first time in 4 or 5 years. As I said, when I checked this during lockdown, I think it was 20 or 2021, it was surprisingly still in good condition, but it seems to have deteriorated quite a lot since then. So it's now really last chance, I think, for this to get it back on the road. Let's see if the bonnet opens. When I can find it. Down there. Yeah. I've lubed this up actually, so it should be okay. So there's a Marty 3.5 Rover V8. Right, what I think I'll do, I'll get some light and I can show you better the footage of that, and I'm going to give it a test on the fan to see if it turns over, and if it does I shall put a battery on it and see if it turns over on the starter. It's full. Cobwebs, dust. You see last time the old tax was on it. Right, let's see if it spins over. So good news, one full revolution there, no tightness to the engine. So what I think we'll do now, we'll get a battery on it, see what works electrically and see if it spins over on the starter. So unusual place for the battery, but there's no room under the hood, under the bonnet there for the battery, so it's located in the boot. Right, so before I try it on the starter, let's get some air in the tyres and get it levelled up. I'm not expecting these tyres to stay up, but they should certainly get some air in them for a few hours at least. So as you can see, this side actually has kept air in the tyres. Yeah, so that's it sitting a bit better now. The tyre's inflated. any bit of life in that battery, so I'm going to have to jump lead it to these 2 spare batteries that I've got, and then let's see if we have anything electrical working. Right, do we have any dash lights? Oh, got that one there, which I think means a petrol reserve is out. Oh, the chalk maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's to do with the chalk, I think. That's it, yeah. As I'm moving that, you can see it flickering. Right, push them in because we're not going to use any of that. That works. We've got some power working. Nothing on there because I think it would make the, oh, we've got main beam, flashing main beam working. I'm not going to try the wipers because they're bone dry. Nothing indicator wise. Horn's trying to make a noise, but right. Big question is, will it spin over? We can spin neutral. The answer is yeah. When the clock's working, just noticed that. But no ignition light, no oil light. So I'm wondering whether the ignition switch is a bit faulty. Hard to tell in this sun whether we're getting. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the plugs out of it so it spins over quicker. And I'm going to whiz it over and see whether we get any oil pressure. But before I do that, let's actually check the oil. Yeah, as you can see, it's got oil in it, and it is on the eye mark. Right, let's get those plugs out and whiz it over. that's it. That's all 8 plugs out now. Right, the radio's not working either. I was really hoping that would work. What about... Nope. Fan. Right, so kind of strange. I know the last time I did come in here, I said 4 or 5 years ago, everything worked. So I think there's a problem on the back of the ignition barrel. Okay, so fuse box is located under there. I'm going to take those out one by one and clean them, check the connections. So I have checked every one of those fuses, cleaned the connections, checked the connections on the back, and they're all good. We're still getting nothing other than that choke warning light, this interior light. We've got hazards. Are they working outside? Let's have a look. Yep. Okay, so let's have a look under this glove box where the ignition barrel is. See if that sheds some light on anything. Right, so I have delved into the ignition switch there, and it actually seems to be okay. So I've just got the Haynes manual that I've found. I'm going to have a look where these purple, white, brown, white, and white and red wires actually go to. Right, I've had enough mauling with electrics, so I'm going to get rid of all the dust and the cobwebs and then go back to the electrical problem. So a bit cleaner now, and I've given everything, the linkages on the carburetors, a good spray as well with WD-40. Okay, next day now, and I've had a fiddle with flash units. That's for the hazards. These are for the direction indicators, and we have got hazards now. And the stalk indicators are working. Still no ignition light. We've also got the heater fan back. Oh, and the radio. We've also got wipers. So all we're missing now is ignition. There is voltage down at the coil, and then I'm going to give that switch a good spraying up, and hopefully we'll have some lights on there. And we just got this ignition from the alternator problem, ignition warning light. Not got oil pressure either yet. Right, now I've headlights. No side light so far. So what I'm now thinking is the problem lies actually now behind the dashboard, because we didn't get any warning lights up there. And it's not just ignition, there's no oil light. When the headlights are on and the main beam is on, there's no warning light. The only things that do work are the indicators. So I'm going to have to just release that, and hopefully there's a big multi-plug on the back with a bad connection. Even the delay on the wipers is working now, which is a rare feature. There's a little weird twizzer there. It also has a brake fluid warning light, which is quite rare for this era of car. And adjustable steering column. So I took the cluster out to examine inside, and I have discovered one of the bulbs was gone. Some of the others weren't making contact, and as far as the oil pressure gauge, I can just get you in there. One of the wires is come adrift, so I'm going to get that soldered back on, get it plugged back in place, and let's see now if we have fully functioning lights and an oil pressure gauge. Well, after a lot of faffing about, I did manage to solder those wires. And check for continuity. Okay, just need to put it back together and it's still a work now. Right, let's get the clock set back in position and see if we've got any lights, see if we've got a oil pressure gauge. So what have we got now? Choke warning light still working. We have got an oil light now, so we've got one more light. Still no ignition light. Oil pressure gauge. It's functioning, but probably not correctly. No brake warning light. No main beam warning light. But we have got an oil light which don't go out when we crank it. So finally we have ignition light. We have a oil light. You probably just can't make that out because the sun's so bright today. We have high beam warning light. indicators, hazards. The only thing we don't have at the moment is brake warning light. I can live with that because the brakes need sorting anyway now. And now we have ignition light. The oil pressure gauge seems to be in the correct position. Interesting. Okay, that's all for part 1. So in part 2, I'm going to continue with the oil to make sure we're getting pressure. I might take one of the units out, the sender units out, and just see if it squirts oil out through there and it's a continuing electrical problem. But we've made progress, and then once the engine's running, hopefully the gearbox will be okay, hopefully get the brakes sorted, and we're going to move on to the bodywork then. So thanks for watching, see you in the next episode.